Ready? 3, 2, 1. We're live. Welcome back, everybody, to the Game Shed podcast. Look, someone's on camera, on screen. Here he is, Jedi on the screen, ready to go. We've got a few new, one new topic, subject area that we're going to go into today. We will go into that in a little bit, but we're going to start off with, and I'm going to keep it short on my end because I've been more of a degenerate this week playing games than you have, with just discussing quickly what we've been playing this week. I've been playing a few new things, but what have you played this week?
The Space Marine 1, the first one, for the Warhammer 40k series.
But that's
Pretty much only like
that's the so that's the weirdest pick ever because everyone has been playing the new one, and you haven't played the new one, have you?
not yet. No, I wanted to play the first one before I played the second one, so I knew what Titus was about.
Is Titus not already a character that exists in that world?
Honestly, I probably should know this, but I don't know.
I remember we
don't know.
played it online for a little bit. Yeah, get that top button undone. We
Let's
played it
get
online
relaxed.
briefly, but it actually obviously has a campaign stuff. But
Yeah.
how many years difference between the first one and the second one?
Well, mate, I'll have to double check
Probably
that
like
one. I know.
15 years, surely. It can't be later than 2010, surely not.
Just trying to find that one out for you. I think it's 5+ years, should we say?
Yeah, and I think the new one, apart from the janky controls that I think it had, is supposed to be incredible. So I would imagine that one you're playing at the moment will probably be like, how long is its campaign? Like 10 hours?
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know how long it is. I've probably only played the first couple of missions, to be honest with you. It came out in 2011.
It is 15 years old.
It is old.
I know these things. I just know this.
And the
Humble
second one
week.
came out in 2024.
Been a humble week for you. Been
Yeah,
adulting.
well, I came online expecting you to be on, and then no
That
one was
one day
here.
I
So I was
wasn't
like, I'll have a little one by myself. So give me something to talk about. But then I only ended up playing like 2 hours, and then went to bed.
But this is a tale as old as time about when you getting a bit older. Unless you're playing actively, it's kind of hard to dip in and out. You've got to find a game that you can play for an hour here, a couple of hours there. I kind of play a lot of games which I put more hours into, but I think if you're working like you're working, you've got to find something like that game where you can do a little dibble, a little dabble.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to work a bit less so I can remember and do stuff like that.
Well, it's well.
I will be at work.
Let me tell you what I've played. You might have seen some of the stuff I've played. I've
I
played
definitely have.
a lot of Overwatch this week, and let me tell you, it is both extremely enjoyable and completely insufferable, like every FPS game out there. Now,
Yeah.
it's a Blizzard game, I think. I hope it's Blizzard, but it's definitely on Battle.net. And it's kind of a classic hero shooter thing. I know that everyone is quite excited because they had a big new update on it. So we went from Overwatch 2 back to just Overwatch, and everyone really liked that. It's kind of one of those games which is how would I describe it? It's incredibly satisfying because it feels very rewarding every time you get like an elimination. The game modes are quite fun, but it is a game that relies completely on teamwork. And so I've been finding that when I play, granted that I might be the bad teammate, as you'll have experienced in the past, but I'm actually okay. I'm actually all right at this game for an FPS, for a game that I haven't been playing very long. I've even been playing on mouse and keyboard for the first time, which is, I mean, I used to be a bit wishy-washy, but actually it's not too bad on this game. But if you have a bad teammate, you're absolutely obliterated. It's 5v5 or 6v6. You have like your different roles, tank, healers, DPS sort of thing. But it's been fun. It's been fun to play a different FPS that isn't Call of Duty, because let's be honest, love for Call of Duty has been slowly subsiding, slowly fading away. Do you ever play Call of Duty as just single player by yourself? Like pub stomping?
Yeah,
See, I think you're
every
quite
now and
rare.
then.
I think that's quite rare because I wouldn't. I'm not actually even sure I'd think about playing Call of Duty by myself anymore.
It's rarer and rarer, but yeah, no, I do it. I haven't played much of the new Call of Duty with people. I've played most of it. I've been playing by myself.
What have you prestiged?
If I
Yes, 8
haven't,
times.
yeah,
Just played it a little
that's.
bit, only a little
I'm
bit.
so busy, mate. Sorry, can't play tonight. So busy. It's just me pub stomping on my own. No, I think I'm probably the first prestige, but yeah.
And so Overwatch has been really good. Nice to play different FPS. There's some characters I'm better with than the others. It's got a satisfying. It looks satisfying. The play is really smooth. There's overpowered characters which make you really angry, and sometimes, like the other night, you lose 17 games in a row, and so you have to maintain high morale. Otherwise, you'd just be sad the whole evening.
Humbling.
Oh, well,
It's
yeah,
humbling.
it's humbling, but at the same time, you go like, maybe I'm just nearly 30 and I haven't got that flick anymore. I haven't got that wrist action, that little. I haven't got it in me anymore. But
I don't believe that for a second. I think you've still got it, but
I
you're
just got to
just
play
moving
more.
over to.
Just got to play
You just
more.
move. You're moving from a controller with stick drift to a mouse and keyboard. It's going to be a challenge
I
for you.
miss the stick drift so much. But I've
Yeah.
also been playing two little bits of two other games. I've played the first hour or so of Alan Wake 2, which so
What's
far,
that?
well, it's like a detective type game. I think people who are big fans of Alan Wake would be upset if I just explained it as just a detective type game. But essentially, so far, all I've done is come across some sort of murder scene with some sort of cult that it looks like, and that's about as far as I am. So I don't have too much to say on it, other than it's quite cool to walk around as a person with an FBI jacket on, and it's kind of going to be some sort of horror, horror looking game. I know that Alan Wake is a huge fan favorite, so I think, yeah, people who've played it a lot will be excited that I'm actually finally giving it a go. Then the other game that I played also for only about an hour is a game called Nobody Wants to Die, I believe is what it's called. It's one of the games that is for an Amazon Prime sponsored segment. Remember, it's like one of the free games, and it's like it's got this. I don't know whether I'll keep playing it. I just thought I'd try it because it was completely free. But it's got one really cool mechanic in it, which is like when you go to, again, it's a detective type game. Go to like an incident that's happened, you can reconstruct basically the story of what's happened. So it's just quite a cool, game design feature, which is really cool. But other than that, I've basically just been continuing overwatching, Skyrimming, which people don't want to hear me talk about for the billionth time, and that's about it this week. But look, we spoke about Call of Duty. I think it's a good time to move quickly into the Call of Duty segment,
Like, wait.
which is going to be another blind ranking.
Oh, my
And
favorite.
the blind ranking today for you is simply to blind rank these Call of Duty titles. And what's important to remember is there is about 1 billion Call of Duties.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how many there were because I wasn't sure whether to pick a different game franchise. And there's not that many game franchises, other than FIFA, that have as many options as Call of Duty. We'll start with it. We'll get it
Okay.
going. We'll fly through it. Pretty sharpish, the same as describing what we've been playing because it's been boring. I think I need to play more games. So we're going to start.
Me too.
And remember, if you've got a piece of paper there, you're ready to write things down. Absolutely, I've got mine. I just social security number.
Pin number.
Okay, number one. Obviously, pick it and put it where you'd like. Is Call of Duty World at War?
Oh,
Oh,
might be the greatest campaign in the entire series.
agreed. Agreed.
The challenge here is I've got a little bit of nostalgia in that where I didn't actually play much of multiplayer because when I was a kid I probably got scared of it, honestly. I think that says too much about me. Um, but the campaign just incredible. I can still hear the noise of the zombies, in your headphones when you're
Oh,
going on to
yeah.
the starting zombies.
How good was that
Oh,
at the end of the campaign? When you completed the campaign and then you're like, oh, that's it, the game's over. And then you just see that fading from black.
unreal,
Oh, that zombies is just so good. That might be it probably is the
unreal.
greatest map of all time, zombies wise.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, Kino's yeah, the campaign and that is phenomenal. And also just so brutal.
yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go middle of the pack on this one because I feel like there's gonna be some better options.
Okay.
But the multiplayer for it would be low down for me. But
Yeah.
it goes in at number 5.
The number 5 with World of War. And just to remember, and this might have come into consideration when thinking about it, M1 Garand had the reload
Mm,
noise in it. So that puts it for
hmm
me up towards like a 2. You could also plug that grenade launcher on the end of that M1 Garand and
Yeah.
pump it around. Whoop. Yep. And the Browning,
Oh
FG42,
yeah, yeah,
MP40,
yeah.
M1
PPSH.
carbine. Just so many. And do you remember on that map, the first the zombies map, where you could jump underneath the peg, which had the grenades on it in the corner? Like you go up the stairs where the sofa is in the first
Mm,
room, and you could go to a little peg that was round the corner next to like the banister of the stairs. And if you got the flamethrower from the chest, you could basically jump underneath it, get into a point where you're prone blocked, and the zombies couldn't
yeah,
go into you, so you had unlimited rounds.
yeah. I don't know because you were on Xbox at the time and I was on PlayStation, and I distinctly remember there being different glitches on different consoles.
Hmm.
And whether we're describing the same thing or not, I don't know. But I remember one that was actually the same thing, but you jumped and crouched into a table, you clipped into a table,
Hmm.
which is like just around the stairs. And when you were in there, they would all like congregate on the stairs, I think, and they would never get you because they didn't their path didn't know how to get to you.
Okay, and quickly give me your strategy for that map. What are you doing? You got in the first 5 rounds. What's the strategy for you? This will tell me a lot about you as a person.
Oh, dude, when I was playing World of War, I was playing with people better than me. So my strategy was just to make it as far as I could, then just spectate everyone else.
You're
So
telling
even in the first 5 rounds, I was terrible, absolutely terrible.
you're
I
telling me
reckon
you're
that the
not
high.
knifing at the windows. Knife at the windows. Get max points. Get the M1 carbine. Get a few more points. Open the help door. Pick up the Thompson, open up the stairs, maybe pick up the trench gun, make sure you keep the sofa over the top of the other stairs, train them around in the downstairs room by the mystery box. You're telling me that wasn't your
No, absolutely not. No, I didn't.
strategy?
I didn't know about the knifing thing probably until like Black Ops, honestly. And the training, I never understood how people did it. I
Oh, I
could I
loved
couldn't
it.
I would just get whacked, and then that was it. Game over.
No,
I'm spectating now. This is me.
okay, okay. Well, I'll move on. Otherwise, I mean, I love World. Maybe we just do.
Yeah.
You could just do an episode per Call of Duty. We could play it and
Maybe
then do an
long term.
episode per Call of Duty. Okay, next one though. That's locked in at number 5. Let me cross that out. Next, we've got Call of Duty Ghosts. Underrated, in my opinion.
Nah, dog. I don't like it. 7.
Okay, that's
Actually, no.
okay.
Actually, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna go 8.
8 for Ghosts, fine.
Yeah.
I really liked Ghosts competitive because they had thermals and on the ARs and stuff, and I just thought that was cool.
I was never really into that style of that then, and whenever I played it I just could never really get behind it. Again, not a bad campaign from what I remember, but
Yeah, it was okay.
yeah, not my favorite.
Yeah. Next one, Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Oh, Black Ops 2. Oh, mate. That we mentioned this in the first episode, but the that one was like my first entrance into like ranked play and like doing
Yeah.
competitive stuff. Just oh god, I had so much fun doing that. And also that was the first time like I bought like in-game camos and stuff like
Hmm.
that, and I think they did a really good job with that. I played so much of Black Ops 2. Honestly, that might be Modern Warfare 2 is still up there, but I'm gonna go
remember, it's always important to consider that there's lots of Call of Duty titles, and not all of them will come up
Yeah, no, I
necessarily.
know. I know. I'm gonna go number 3 for Bops 2.
Ops 2 at number 3. I like it. Conservative. Black Ops 2, just go. And
Oh,
competitive wise, immaculate. And
yeah.
actually, if someone was to say, how do you fix competitive Call of Duty right now? I'd say, go watch Black Ops 2, look at the rotations. Back in the day, you remember you had specific roles. You were an anchor AR, or you were like a
Yeah.
competing AR, and that is how competitive needs to go back to. Get the anchor, get the spawn locked in, 40-second early rotations. That's what's magic. Okay,
So good, so good.
next one. And if I don't say so myself, it ends up way too high on my list, but it is what it is. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, 9.
Devastating. The
It's a
jetpacks coming in.
it's a struggle to keep 10 open with Advanced Warfare for me, but I can think of probably one more that I'm hoping to come up so I can slide it in at 10.
I think I'm biased on Advanced Warfare just because I was good at it. I have no idea
I
why I was
was
good at it.
terrible, so bad at it. I couldn't. I enjoyed some of the jump pack ones, but yeah, no, it just
It's
wasn't for me.
I think the other weird. I think it was Advanced Warfare that introduced it. Supply drops, and
Mm-hmm.
supply drops giving you better guns. So, for example, if you
Yeah,
got
what?
the Obsidian Steed, the Bal,
Speakeasy.
the Speakeasy Bal Obsidian Steed, one of the AK-12s, you were like, "Right, I'm good to go. Not using anything else."
Yeah, and guess who got unlucky every single time?
Guess who got lucky? Okay,
Wasn't having it.
next one. Infinity Warfare, or Infinite Warfare, not
10.
Infinity. Infinite Warfare. I probably played that game for maybe a week, and that was it.
It it is the only Call of Duty my entire life that I have not bought.
Alrighty, then we're halfway through, I think. So we've got left
Yep.
yourself kind of quite condensed with 1, 3, 4, 6, and 7
Yep.
left. We're going on to the next one, which is Call of Duty Vanguard.
Oh, I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that
Uh,
one. Yeah, I had some good. We had some. Oh, come on, mate. We had some good times on that.
yeah, oh, I agree. It
We
was,
had some good times. Another good campaign, actually. Oh, was it Vanguard?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Vanguard was fun.
World War Two was another good campaign. I was just thinking of World War Two as well because we played that at university when we
Yeah.
were at university. Vanguard. I'm gonna go in at number 4.
Whoa. Okay. No.
I enjoyed that one. That was good.
Okay.
This could be a stinker, by the way, because I don't know what's left.
Well, you don't. And the next one is going to be Cold War.
Oh, that was another fun one. Oh,
It's funny, isn't it? I think this is the thing of like, it's interesting with World at War. We were like straight away talking about campaign and playing that and zombies and not so much online, but actually what's evident from these ones later on is that playing with people and that online side, competitive side, the communicating side is what kind of bumping all forward. So I'll be interested to
yeah.
know what you say for Cold War, because again, we played a lot of that.
The issue I'm having with this, right, is that if I could bump them all down, so Black Ops 2, Vanguard, and World at War down one, I'd slide Vanguard. Was it no Vanguard? Sorry, Cold War in at number 3. So it's
But
either number 2 or number 6.
number 3 is free.
Where did I put Black Ops 2? Have I made a boo boo on my notes
You said
again?
number 2 for Black Ops 2, I believe.
Oh, goodness gracious. Someone clip that, check it for us. Um,
VAR.
oh yeah, get VAR on that, and then send me off when I make a blunder again. I'm gonna go Cold War in at number 3 then.
Wow. Okay. So you've got the
I've got
final
1,
3.
6, and 7.
Indeed.
Oh no. Oh
Okay.
no.
Next up, we have Call of Duty 4.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Have you when you make these lists,
Yeah.
do you tactfully like make the list so that you know there's going to be a couple curveballs in at the end?
No, not necessarily. What I usually do is I usually spread them roughly out, and then I intentionally don't include some of the ones that I know that you're going to put really high, because it makes it really easy. So if I had like, so for example, Modern Warfare 2 isn't in here. I'll give you that one, so you don't need to worry about that one coming up.
Yeah.
But if I'd done that, I know where you would have put that.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So Call of Duty 4. Now, hear me out, because this is going to throw a lot of people off. There is no argument to me that Call of Duty 4 was one of the best games from a gameplay standpoint, right? But the sheer reason I'm going to put it as low as I'm going to is because I've had more fun playing other ones, and that comes back to the playing with people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it in at number 7, actually.
Okay. COD 4 goes in at number 7, which leaves you with 1 and 6. COD 4.
Again, though, that's the stipulation there is that, let's say we were playing, like I had as much time and all the boys were on essentially during Modern Warfare 19. Being interrupted again.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Cheers. If we had the times of Modern Warfare 19, then and it was at the time of COD 4, it would be number 1, and there wouldn't even be a shadow of a doubt.
Okay, I like it. I like it. And what was the game mode in Call of Duty 4 which gave you like higher jump ability?
Old school.
Old school, and then you used to be able to get out the map. Yeah, I think it's old school. I mean, it's something like that. But it was that was cool as well. I didn't play that much of COD 4, to be honest, but it's got all the nostalgia guns in it, particularly if you're a sniper user.
Oh, M40A3 sniper, just hands down the most. Oh,
yeah.
When you hit, because back in those days, for anyone who's listening, that I was like a major, not major, like all I did was snipe. Modern Warfare 2 kind of kicked it off, and then I went back to COD 4 to go and snipe, and I made some montages with it. Like when you hit like a 3-piece with the M4A3, I'm genuinely not sure there's anything more satisfying.
Nothing at that time. At that time, there's no.
At that time,
no
yeah, sure. Yeah, brownies nowadays are pretty good as well. But
okay, we got last two for slot 1 and 6. Okay, the next one is going to be Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Oh, dude, that was another good one. It was only good on PlayStation because they never had aim assist on PC, so I've never been able to play it on PC. It's just a difficult one. I thought the game itself actually played really well. It was like a boots on the ground with all the specialists, which I thought was really good, but it's not number 1 for me. I mean, I'm gonna take the coin toss. Fair enough. The coin toss on this one, and I'm gonna put 4 in number 6.
Okay, let's run through that. You have been possibly the most cautious here by leaving number 1 free. Like that is like blind ranking 101, which means you've left it purely in the hands of me who put the list together. Was I good or bad? And so let's run through it from 10 back to 2, and then I'll tell you what number 1 is. According to you, definite, this is fact, you believe this, there's no nuance at all. At number 10, Infinite Warfare. At number 9, Advanced Warfare. At 8, Ghosts. I feel like you're happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then coming in at 7, COD 4. Maybe just the wrong time. At number 6, Black Ops 4. Number 5, World at War. And surprisingly for me, at 4 and 3, Vanguard and Cold War. And at number 2, Ops 2. Which means the last one on my list is number 1, Call of Duty Mobile at number 1. COD Mobile is the greatest Call of Duty game ever made.
Yes, I guess I got to stand with that, haven't I? Arguably, even though I've never played it, isn't it the most successful Call of Duty of all time?
It probably is up there, I would imagine, and it is definitely the best Call of Duty game on mobile.
Well, that's an exhaustive list. That is.
Okay, so Call of Duty segment completed into a brand new segment, which is going to be a mainstay. I hope people like it. If not, people can tell me that it's trash, and I'll move on with my life, and it'll be all good. This is called, and open for different titles and words. I just came up with it on the fly because it sounds better than Snog, Marry, Avoid. And to make it to do with games, I've called it Grind, which is essentially a game that we all do it. Well, we all do it, that you play for like 1 week, solid, grind it out, get it done. I'll come back to it in another year's time. We've got Main. You're in it for the long haul. This is going to be a good companion. You're going to log in once a week, maybe, for the next however many years to come. And then you got Avoid. You have to uninstall it right now. Never play it again. Never look at it. Never touch it. It is gone. It is disgusting. Okay? I'm going to give you 3 different options. We're going to do 3 rounds, and then we're going to go into a 4th round, which is going to be a decider between the ones that you pick as your mains. Okay? So imagine we just spoke about Call of Duty. You picked COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, and Ghosts. The final round would be between the 3. Are you with me?
Yes, I think so.
Cool. So round 1 of Grind, Main, and Avoid is GTA 5, Witcher 3, and The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. And I'm going to try and I'm going to tussle with you a little bit if needs be.
Yeah, sure. So Avoid GTA 5, Grind Witcher 3, Main Skyrim.
Easy. He's just done it like that. It wasn't even a bother.
Rattle him off. Don't even need to think about it.
Wasn't even a thought. Okay, get him gone. GTA 5 is gone. Is that because GTA 6 is coming out, or just because you don't care?
Just, I mean, in the selection pool.
What
mate.
if I said it was if I was to add a caveat, which was GTA full stop? Means you can't install another GTA game.
Nah, that's fine.
Oh, okay, I like it. Next one, round 2. Modern Warfare 2, Halo 3, Minecraft.
You say Halo 3?
Halo 3, yeah.
And Minecraft.
And Minecraft.
That's a difficult one. The thing is, I've not played much Halo. Well, so do I do it from a standpoint of, well, I'd love to grind that out for a week?
Well, this is it. It's up to your interpretation, I guess.
And I've already done the grinding on Modern Warfare 2. Okay. So, and Minecraft, mate, I will pick that up at least 3 times or 4 times a year. I'm pretty sure I still pay for our server, and I've not played since maybe July last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Let's go a little bit off piste. I'm going to grind Halo. I'm going to main Minecraft, and I'm going to bin off Modern Warfare 2.
Okay, fine. That's a fair one. I like the idea of you going back and playing Halo 3. I think it's a worthwhile pursuit. Granted, you won't have the beauty of Halo 3 online, but hey, look. Round 3.
Yeah.
Going a bit old school here. Back to your roots a little bit with Spyro the Dragon, Jak and Daxter, and Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, I love Ratchet and Clank, honestly. And Ratchet and Clank, they're still producing games. Good ones.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm just gonna, go with my gut, my initial instinct as it was coming up. So I'm gonna avoid Spyro.
Okay.
I'm gonna grind Jak and Daxter because I know once I pick that up, I'm not putting it down, and then I'll main Ratchet and Clank.
Okay. Cool. And then that leaves us in our last round and final round, which is going to be, again, the same system, grind, main, avoid, but with the ones that you've already gone through. We have Skyrim, Minecraft, and Ratchet and Clank. Ooh.
Oh, man.
I know which one's going.
Ratchet and Clank's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
And I am going to. So this now goes into my playing habits, which is I'll still continue to pick up Skyrim every now and then, and once I'm into Minecraft, I'm grinding it for like 2 or 3 weeks. and putting in some ungodly hours and making some absolutely hideous structures.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go for main Skyrim and grind Minecraft.
Okay, so Skyrim comes up top. That's why we're pals. Absolutely, it's get.
That's
I
the
think
only reason.
Minecraft and Skyrim is. What if I said to you though, if we got rid of some of the options and we were like, you can just keep one and get rid of one, Skyrim and Minecraft. Now, remember, Skyrim has to a certain extent run its course.
Yeah. Has Minecraft not?
Now, I think Minecraft's played by like 2.5 trillion kids every year, therefore it's worth infinite money, and so I think they'll just keep going. Which one do I mean? But hey, look, you're not a kid. I think. Well, we're
Allegedly an adult.
unk status. They call it
I mean,
youth.
definitely an unk. If I had to get rid of one, I think Skyrim's got a bit more to it, but replayability. Oh, mate, that's why. What you'd never. I would never have thought going into today that this is the conversation I'd be having. Well, would you rather bin off Skyrim or Minecraft?
Yeah, well, these are the important questions.
It's a good question as well. I'm going to bin off Minecraft, I think.
Hell yeah, Skyrim staying for the long haul. Absolutely.
I'm going to stay. Yeah.
Just nothing like hitting a little first row dart, Lydia off the top of High Hrothgar. All is well in the world. All is cozy. In at the Bannered Mare. Have a pint of ale.
Bud Lights.
I think you've done. I honestly think you've done really well, and I think that's a really strong, strong selection. I think I would have gone pretty similar. I would have got. It's terrible, but I've just not played it. I would have got rid of Witcher 3. But I haven't played it, which is really bad. I need to go and play it because everyone says it's like the greatest thing I've played. And then the one below that, I would have got rid of Modern Warfare 2 probably, but that's nostalgia for you. And then, oh god, that last one, the PS2 one's awful. Got so much nostalgia for Spyro and running around, headbutting people in that starter level, collecting all them gems. So, I mean, I'd probably get rid of that as well.
Oh.
Terrible. I don't know why I feel guilt for this. Hey ho.
Mate, you've got to do it. But you, at the end of the day, the result's the result, isn't it? It's Skyrim on top. Again, we need to really come up with some. I'll tell you what. There's a challenge that we need to think. We need to engineer out Skyrim. A game has to be made to be played within this format, where Skyrim does not come out at the end, and it is the best thing that comes out at the end. If that makes sense.
The one that I hear, there's literally two games that I hear over and over and over again on all socials that people say is better than Skyrim, and I haven't played either of them, so I can't argue with either of them. Nearly always, when someone puts something in front of me, I can go, but Skyrim this, you can do that. People say Witcher 3. People very often put above Skyrim, and Elden Ring, which is interesting because obviously Elden Ring's like newer. I have no idea about the Elden Ring world at all, and I don't know if I don't even know if there's like NPCs you can talk to or anything like that. But people put that above it. In fact, I don't even know what other games are on a similar vibe. Fallouts, I guess.
Yeah, Fallout. I had a question at work about this actually because I've got the Pip-Boy. I don't know if people see that. Pip-Boy is my watch. They were asking me about whether they should start with New Vegas or go to 4, and the challenge for me is the age of the original New Vegas. If they remastered it, I'm sure I'd play it, but 4 was, for me, it was just awesome, so good, first time experience. So I would go for Fallout 4. Would be up there for me. Otherwise, I'll just be going through the same games that we went through in the first podcast, which is like Days Gone is also up there for me for all that kind of stuff. I really, really love that game. I thought it was awesome.
Depends on the, that person who's asking about the game, though. Surely it mainly depends on what type of games they're playing now. Because I think if you're of a certain age and you go back and play games, they don't feel that old. You think that much of it if that's what you do. So, like, I go back and play Skyrim, I don't really notice it. If I went and played Fallout New Vegas, I would probably notice it. It would probably feel different, but other people, it wouldn't. It would just be like, again, people say that New Vegas has the best story, has the best like factions and all of those things. Depends on the person, really. If they're graphically
Mm.
bothered or not. I know that some people have a real, and I would say that I'm about 50-50 there. That I do get bothered by really poor graphics that feel different, but not all. Maybe what about Fallout 3?
Never played it.
Hey, right, if they want a hybrid, a little bit of Fallout 3, older, but a bit you can actually sprint in Fallout 3, which is nice. New Vegas you can't sprint.
Mm.
Um, but
Did it go 3 New Vegas then 4?
No, New Vegas 3, 4.
Oh
But
right.
now
Okay.
I'm panicking. Now I've got to search it. List of Fallout games. That would be bad.
And are they remaking some of the old stuff
I
again?
think
Because
I
I know
think there's been rumors.
they've just redone. Is it Morrowind?
Okay, I tell a lie. New Vegas was after 3. You're right.
I thought
So it
that
goes.
was the
What?
case. Yeah.
Wait, why can you sprint? Maybe you can't sprint in 3, and I've just been lying all the time. Like it,
Can't
yes.
comment. No, I've not played them.
2010.
I really
Interesting.
struggle. I can really struggle picking up the games that feel a bit like clay. And I
Which
know some people really enjoy it, but they feel a bit like clay.
what slow?
Wow, a little bit slow, but like the graphics are a bit like clay. That's the only way I can describe it.
I think it's what you just mean like washed out. Fallout 3 looks very washed out. It's just like
Yeah, like
browns
low
and greys.
res. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because actually, story wise, it feels like it's hard to go back and play the games which aren't as good graphically because you spend a lot of time looking at faces. So like when it zooms in to have that headshot when you're conversing with someone, it's really weird when they have like a completely like smooth face or it looks like a triangle. So I think it is weird to go back and play those. But I mean, Fallout 4 kind of bridges that gap. There's no way New Vegas is only 5 years before Fallout 4. Why does it feel so old?
Why do they take so long to create new games, Bethesda?
I
That
don't.
might be a really poor take, but why?
I think they're often working on different stuff, and then I think there's pressure because of how much people love them. I would imagine. So, like, if you're a game designer, you really want to make it work. And I mean, we saw how bad the reception of Fallout 76 was after Fallout 4, and I think they're trying to be like innovative, but actually, people just want the old stuff, and so I think they just kind of. I mean, they're known for
Yeah.
doing it, aren't they?
What was they released one a few years back,
This is an
Starfield.
no, yeah, Starfield, yeah.
Starfield. That was received really poorly as well, wasn't it?
Yep, I
I
think
never actually ended up playing it.
so. One thing it did was it was like a day. I think it was like a day one release on Game Pass and things like that, and I think it didn't perform very well on lots of PCs, which was already bad. But I think the other thing was it was just spacey in space. Like there was just loads of space between things, so you spent a lot of time walking to something, and then it was the
Mm.
same thing, and then walking to something, and then it was the same thing. And I think
Did they ever go back and fix it? Or is it still the same?
I don't
Because
know
I'll give it a
really.
go. I've never given it a go.
I mean, give it a go. I think some people like it. I think some people do like
So
it.
that brings me onto a question for you, right?
Oh,
And I've been
okay.
thinking about this, and I have my own thoughts and feelings on this. But do you think that like obviously this is coming from an adult, which I'm a bit out of touch. But is the barrier to entry for new video games too high? And I've got one specific aspect that I'm thinking about on that one. But do you think
Barrier of entry in what way?
the financial barrier to entry?
Um, yes. I think this is a tricky one. I think that a really unpleasant thing that happened recently was Game Pass, for example, got hoiked up. So it was whatever it was, like £10 a month. You play all the games which they get put on there. Excellent. You kind of go, that's kind of worth it. Now I think it's £23 a month, and then you get the day one games, but only certain day one games. So it's probably not so worth it. But I mean, some might say it is because it's still cheaper than buying multiple games a year, as long as the game that you want is put onto it. But I think it's particularly hard for certain types of games. Like, I think it's really hard to justify spending £70 a time for something which you don't know that much about. You don't know if it's going to be really good. And I think you probably see a trend of when people return their games now way more often because they're more expensive, and you go, that's not worth my time or my money. But at the same time, I think I always think about the cinema analogy, which is sort of like, how much do you pay to go to the cinema for 2 hours? You go, well, if you're just paying for you, it's going to be at least, let's say it's a really cheap cinema, a tenner. If it's a fancy one, it's going to be 15 quid, and that's for 2 hours. And to a certain extent, if the game gives you whatever 15, 20 hours worth of enjoyment, probably is worth the money. Just doesn't feel like it because you're having to buy it at once. But I think I'm going to go with yes, because I definitely pick up way, way less games now. Definitely brand new when they come out, because I just go like, ugh. Like, imagine back in the day when October came round, and October used to be the month where they released everything. You got the new Assassin's Creed coming out, the new FIFA comes out, the new Call of Duty comes out, and obviously, whatever the games were then, let's say they were still £40, it's still a lot, right? But £120 for 3 games in a month is like, ugh, that's a bit of a stinky month. Doesn't feel as bad as 200 and something. 200 makes you go like, no. You start working out as percentages of your salary, and you go, that's too much to risk on games that I don't even know if are going to be that good.
Well, I mean, in the UK, that's what, nearly a full day's worth of work. Some places.
Yeah.
For one, no, that's also, sorry, I should specify, for one.
Yeah.
One. So you're working 10 hours, maybe 7.5 to 10 hours, somewhere in that bracket, and you're getting, honestly, from some of the things I've seen online, you're getting 7.5 to 10 hours of gameplay.
Yeah. I think
with no replayability. And I think all of these quizzes that we're doing right now, okay, we're slightly old souls, but it's proving that, because, you know, a game that we bought but there was 35 quid is, you know, endless replayability essentially.
Yeah, totally. And I do think that that's probably why people keep playing older games instead of buying lots of new ones. There'll be lots of people who just say, get your money up and and buy more games, but it's not necessarily that easy. And I think that there's been enough bad games that make people worried about buying games. And I think nearly everyone now, I mean, it's been a bit of a movement, I suppose, in the last couple of years where people are like, do not pre-order games now. Do not spend loads of money on a game that you're not definitely sure on, because it's likely that it's a bit of a disappointment. Or on top of that, yeah, actually, I feel like I'm going on a rant now. This is a big problem, actually, that I feel massively on this issue. It is completely wrong and incorrect for someone to sell something for that amount of money and then to give it out to you and it's not polished. That is, and it'd be like, we're going to update this, we're going to change this, we're going to change that, we're going to do these things. And the big problem is, how can you price your game 60, 70 pounds, whatever it is, and then be like, yeah, our game is worth as much money as Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
How does that work? That doesn't work.
Yeah.
If we go off that, like, GTA 6 should be 350 quid. Because it will be that much better than every other £70 game that is released. Elden Ring and all these Game of the Year games, and some of the Game of the Year games, interestingly, came out at, I think, Claire Obscure came out and it was like 30 quid. Loads more people played it, loved it. Well, they made a lot more money than they would have made if they'd released it for 70 quid. Granted, it was more indie studio, but the big AAA studios have got a big problem, I think, probably, where they're pricing themselves too high. They've been producing not the best games, and the indie studios are showing actually what you can do with a 1, 2, 3-man teams and produce and sell for 15 quid and make yourself £2, £4, £5, £6 million as a developer and people really like you, opposed to feeling like you've been shafted by a AAA company.
Yeah. So underlying is there is potentially a high entry
Yeah,
to getting into these new games, and the underlying point there, I think, to sum it all up, is these big developers shouldn't skip their QC.
yep,
Their revenue begins with a B and sometimes multiple Bs.
yep,
They shouldn't be skipping QC, quality control.
yeah. But maybe I think the other thing is that maybe just some of them don't necessarily know what that is, and there's been a lot of restructuring and a lot of moving around, a lot of people losing their jobs, a lot of studios being bought and then sold, and then reduced numbers of developers making games and things. And it is true that like time after time, certain studios are able to churn out really good things. And you go, actually, if a Rockstar produces something, I feel pretty confident in putting my money on it and that it's going to be good. I'm trying to think of other ones. Naughty Dog, for example. I know that people feel a certain way, possibly about Last of Us 2, but still sold incredibly well, still played incredibly well, and people really, really like the gameplay and everything. It was smooth. I think we're in a barrier to entry thing is weird, but like, I mean, now that everything's digital and online, I don't know if does game even exist as I know they have GameStop in America. Does GameStop even exist as like can you go in and buy a discount game that's on offer? I don't know. We usually just wait for it to be discount on Steam, but then you've missed out on the hype. No.
Yeah. I was never one of those kids who went to game and stayed outside until the new release or what have you. I usually had to wait to birthdays and Christmases. That would have been a cool experience. It's
Yeah.
gone now
Has gone.
because of the age of digital. I buy a disc and I have to download the content on my PS4.
You
I buy a disc and I have to download the content.
or you
Tell
preload
me
it.
how that makes sense.
Yeah. Let me just preload this. The games are too big now. Your Call of Duty file's 200
Yeah.
gigabyte.
Yeah, you download a Call of Duty update. It's 200 gigabytes on the Tuesday. The update comes out officially on the Wednesday. Guess what? You load up Wednesday and you have to do another 50 gig update. What happened?
Install your shaders. It will take
What
3 hours.
happened between Tuesday and Wednesday? Where did 50 gigs of data come from?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
What
I
have you
mean,
done?
I think the barrier to entry thing is like I think
200 gigabytes for an anime pearly skin.
worth it. It's worth every penny. I think the other barrier to entry is in a positive way is actually there is lots of games that are coming out from smaller studios and again that just means you've got to try and work out what you want to pick up and get FOMO. We all consume a lot more content for stuff, so we work out whether we're missing out on things. Like I haven't picked up Arc Raiders, but that seems like it's doing incredibly well. Might be worth picking up and playing, but there's also other things to pick up and play. So how do you work through your backlog? I know that people when they have downtime develop a backlog, but I mean I can't think what was the last I mean you actually yours will be this year, but I can't think about the last full price game I purchased at top
Well, it wasn't
range.
this year. It wasn't this year because obviously it came out last year, wasn't it?
That's true.
So Black Ops 7.
Did you purchase it at full
Um,
price?
no, £20 cheaper than what it was supposed to be.
That's what I mean. What was the last game you purchased at full price?
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok at full price. I genuinely cannot think about the last game that I bought full price. I'm not sure I ever do.
Phasmophobia, that wasn't full price when we bought it, was it?
No, and again, I'd say indie, smaller. At most, it was ever like 20 quid. I think. I don't think it's ever been that expensive. But I think that's like a hopefully a fairly eye-opening thing for the big developers. I probably not actually because they think in dollar signs. Yeah, exactly. They got their eyes covered. They've got dollar signs everywhere. They're selling millions of pounds worth of skins every day, so I'm sure they don't care. But I think what was the game? Oh, what was it called? The one where you were we call them. How do I call them this without getting demonetized? Criminal growing plants, selling them. Called like something one, but basically it was like a
have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, well, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Basically, it was just like a one-man team creates a game, and the game does better than all the other games that have been released that are AAA studio games. That's
Oh,
I'd like to think that would be a bit of a an eye opener for these studios to be like, we should
yeah.
probably focus on something that we're missing here. But I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I think I'd like to be able to. Maybe we should all have trials on every game. Every game you get a little trial, but then they just make the trial period really
demos.
good. Yeah, demos.
Literally, where's demos gone?
Because you can't go to the shop and buy a magazine and get a demo disc on the back of it anymore.
That's so good. And you get a little toy car with it as well.
Yeah, the demo disc used to have no image on it, just a little demo label. That was
so good. Well, you get betas nowadays, don't you?
Yeah, you do get betas, but
a bit of hype from that.
I think it basically feels like, other than the really story-based games, it feels like everything's going to go eventually just to a seasons model and things, and just rotate through that way, make their money. Free-to-play games, Fortnite free-to-play, Warzone free-to-play, tons and tons of free-to-play games out there, so probably see more and more of those, and maybe we just pray for inflation to come down, and then games become cheaper.
Yeah, all right, mate. let's get political, shall we?
Has gaming been ruined by politics? Yes.
Labour Party has ruined video gaming for me, and I'm not here for it.
Mate, I'm running. This is my year. Prime Minister. What I want, all games will be capped at £30 each.
Oh, 20, dog. Come on. Here's the thing, right? They can cap it at 20, but they're allowed to keep all their microtransactions. Well, because it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah.
It's not going to make a dent.
It would just be interesting to see if loads more people buy the game. I wonder, I mean, again, they must have done the numbers and figured it out, but you'd think if Call of Duty was £35 opposed to 70, would twice as many people buy it?
I think you're picking on a sinking ship, to be honest with you.
Or with Call of Duty, you think it's going down?
Yeah, I don't think 20. I don't think 50% more. I don't even think 15% more would. I wouldn't like to know the player base and the median age of the person who downloads and plays Call of Duty nowadays. When I was playing back in the day, it was like the entire lobby was filled with essentially children. To be quite frank,
yeah.
I mean, we were all 13 or 14, every single lobby. Right, and now when I go in there, everyone sounds like me.
That's true. That is true.
And they probably all look like me as well. And it's like, guys, we've just spent 10 hours putting up scaffolding all day. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
There's never the median age is going up and up and up. It is yeah.
What are the kids playing?
Well, they're playing all the games that you've just mentioned, like all of the Battle Royale games. And was it Ark? There's a massive one right now. They're playing, what was the old Marvel one that came out recently? I can't even remember what it's called. It's a bit like Overwatch. Rivals.
Fortnite, Valorant.
Fortnite,
CSGO.
Valorant. Yeah.
But it's weird that like Call of Duty hasn't adapted to that style. It's surprising that, I mean, it's because they have multiple studios working on it and you just keep it in cycles, but CSGO, man, it's been the same game for however long. How popular is that?
I feel like those they again, it's like apples and oranges, because you know they know what they're getting. They're coming on to play that one game, right? It doesn't change from year to year. The idea that you bring out a new one, that's why I also haven't probably picked up as many, like, say, Assassin's Creed, right? Because in the beginning you had all of the Ezio storyline, and then you had like a couple more that used to stack up on top of each other. So you were following that narrative, right? And then all of a sudden it's just different. It's the same, it's same, but different.
Yeah.
And then you're just reskinning it and moving on. Whereas the World of Warcraft, people just fell in love with the game when they just worked on that. They didn't work on anything. I'm sure you can correct me if I'm wrong. They didn't work on anything else. They just layered that. CSGO, they just kind of worked on the bugs that everyone already loved playing. Yeah. And then you look at something that's changing year on year, and it's not changing for the better. whether you say that listen to people who have complaints or not, generally speaking, the people who are shouting the loudest usually have the worst ideas. Hence why I'm gonna calm my voice down. Yeah, I just apples and oranges.
I think it's probably also slightly to do with the PCification. I think everyone used to play consoles, and believe it or not, now since being introduced into World of Warcraft, quite a lot of people had PCs, but definitely not as many as had Xboxes and things. And now everyone's got PCs, so they're playing with mouse and keyboard. Call of Duty is a controller game that now people play with mouse and keyboard, and I think they're definitely PC games, lots of them. And so I think probably the new gen all on their mega PC stations. Imagine that. Imagine being younger and being like, "Mum, I need a gaming PC," and she's like, "Yeah, all right, I'll get it for you for Christmas." And you're like, "It's $2,000."
Yeah, but how else is little Timmy going to play Fortnite at 240 frames with a 240 hertz monitor so he can basically teabag me in the middle of a field?
Well, mate, talking of Fortnite,
How's he going to do it?
something Fortnite news actually I saw just today was apparently, and this is a leak, so it's not definitely confirmed, they're doing a Fortnite crossover. So you know the current thing, I think it's current. Last time I played it was The Simpsons, right? So they made
Right.
the whole world like The Simpsons, Springfield, all that stuff. It's quite cool. It's quite interesting to see that crossover. The apparent leak for the new crossover is going to be Game of Thrones in Fortnite.
Really? Do
Yeah.
you know what I thought you were going to say?
What?
Um, that Netflix series, what's it called? With 11.
Oh, that's already been in Stranger Things, yeah.
Stranger Things, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
So
one. I thought you were going
it's
to say
already been
that.
in. I think the characters are already in there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, they're already there. I mean, Fortnite, they're another beast. Epic Games releasing Fortnite and just basically being like the ultimate marketing, branding, just an absolute beast. So they do what they do well, and I think Fortnite's quite a good game. Whether I like to admit it or not, I'm just not good at it. I have to say it's bad because I'm not good at it.
Yeah, but one of the most interesting experiences being interested in competitive games is watching competitive Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it essentially just turns, by the end of it, from the last time I saw it, it turns into rat tunnels.
Yeah, it's
Where
crazy.
just,
Yeah, you wait for the final bit of the storm. It's the same as Apex Legends and all of those things. It's just like, yeah, wait until the end. The final storm comes in. It's closing in. Then it just goes absolutely ballistic for a while. I haven't really watched much of the Warzone though, so I don't know what that's like. I don't know if do they even do big map Warzone. I think it might just be the small island that they do it on.
Oh, they did back in the day, yeah. I don't know what they do now. When it was for Dansk, they did it. That was ages ago now, of course, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I don't even know what iteration it is. I haven't been on it for a long
No,
time.
well, the only way I would use to keep up with it was like watching streamers do it or something like that. On the odd occasion, I'd go on Twitch. The only time I ever go on Twitch now is for you.
Yes, come on.
Link into the chat and just be like, "What's up, boys?" and then disappear because I'm usually at the gym. Something like that.
Okay, now we'll wrap it up fairly shortly. I have one question which is going to put you slightly in the spot and see if you can get your head around it quickly to give an answer. And it is, if you can give three, but if not, just give one and your reasoning for it. 3 movies or TV shows that you would want to be turned into games. Now, I'll whilst you think, I'll give just one example that I had in my head, and I don't know if you've watched this film. Have you ever seen the film Annihilation?
Can you run through who's in it? What's roughly the
Anne
story?
Hathaway is in it. Let me have a quick look. Annihilation. But basically, the only reason I want it is imagine it. So it's aliens. There's a sort of quarantine like zone. It's sort of horror esque. It's like there's mutated plants. There's mutated creatures. All of that stuff. Aliens, horror vibes. I'd have it like a Dead Space angle. That sort of like walking through Dead Space angle. But there's a really cool feature of it, which is mainly the reason that I want it, is some of the animals which are predators they basically like take on not quite forms, but like they take on memories and audio memories that they've been around. So, for example, there's a bear in it that at some point has like eaten a woman, and as part of it's like predator toolkit. That sounds mental, but like it has developed the vocal cords of a screaming woman, like screaming for help. So it's this weird looking mutated bear, and it
Yeah.
screams like "help me" and things like that, but it sounds exactly like a
Oh,
woman. Now imagine
wait.
that in a game. You're walking through there, it's dark, there's nothing going on, and then you just hear these screams. And the
Wait,
main like game feature function of it is like you've got to try and differentiate between whether that's real or not.
you threw me off, okay, until you started describing that. I know exactly the movie you're talking about. It's not Anne Hathaway.
It's
It's
it's the
what's
Princess
her
Leia, right?
name?
Princess Leia.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me see. Hold on, I've got it here. Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman. Yes, absolutely. Fantastic shout. That is a bloody hell of a shout. That movie was the first movie I saw on 4K on my TV when I first moved into my flat.
Sweet.
And honestly, unbelievable.
I just think it's. I think if you turn that into a game, it would just have like a story based game. I think you could just do it so well with those different creatures and the general vibes. Like you can sort of see different games already in it, like the mutated plants and stuff. You see a bit of that in like Last of Us and stuff like that with the clickers. There's a bit of that
Yeah.
vibe to it and a bit of Dead Space vibe. I just think that would be magnificent. What about you though? What would you any
Well,
films
I,
that you think straight
I,
away?
I kind of went for cliches to be honest with you. I'm
That's
gonna
fine.
take that. I'm gonna take it away from this podcast because I don't want to go through it too much. But the first two that I immediately thought of was Game of Thrones. I feel like the possibilities are endless with something like Game of
How,
Thrones.
how are you having it though? You got to give me like a point of view. Is it online? Is it based? Is it like a like Total War?
No, not like Total War. Third person and first person feel like you could just do something like that. No worries.
Like you're going
And
Skyrim mode.
well, sort of. I mean, yes, I think is probably the answer. The, that kind of thing where, but it's just like open world, do what you want, loads of side quests, um, lots of interactivity. There's like areas of like complete nature where you can go like camping and go hunting, and a bit like Red Dead Redemption 2, when you've got all of those different things and mechanics that you can use, and then go to the big cities and go through all that kind of stuff, mixing some of like the city mechanics that you can get for like Assassin's Creed,
Mhm.
right? With some of the open world that you can get from something like a Bethesda game,
Okay.
or one of those types of things. So open world, story driven, loads of different mechanics, and I
And
feel
are
like
you a
carry on.
character in that world, or are you a person who's in the series? Like, do you get to pick who you are, or it's just a person doing a thing within that world?
I think it's just a person doing a thing in that world that you can draw the relations between what the series was and what you're doing, and how how generally the story goes because of the series, but all of the actions that you have can have an impact on the outcome towards the end, etc. So when you think about it, there's so many different families. Those could be the factions,
Hmm.
right? You can go and join the Night's Watch, or you can go and join House Targaryen, or you can go and join House Sully or Stark,
Hmm.
and there are different things that you can do in all of those, and I don't know. I can't say it, but the Battle of the B word, you could influence that somehow, and there could be a couple of those.
Did
When a
you
game comes
know
out,
there's a game called Game of Thrones King's Road Action Adventure ARPG?
no.
Neither did I. It's mostly positive, and I think you play as Jon Snow, so it's definitely not the same. I had no idea that was a game.
I had no idea either. I'm looking at it now.
So why is it free to play? What is it? Okay, well,
Uh,
maybe this
Ladies and
is
gentlemen, we might have a.
it released in 2025. Okay, you got any other options?
That looks pretty cool. But I was also thinking along the lines of, oh, damn, I had the thought in my head. No, we'll move on. We'll move on. And the only other one, like I said, I'll take away and I'll have a think about it. But the only other one I can think of now, it basically nearly has been done, but Altered Carbon, the series on
Uh-huh.
Netflix,
Uh-huh.
that it's a bit like the background of me right now, like
Yeah.
that sci-fi kind of and investigation kind of thing that Cyberpunk has, but a little bit more on the Altered Carbon side.
I like
I
it.
think it was quite fun.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of similarities though, because I thought of Altered Carbon because I quite like the series, and I was like, Cyberpunk's kind of the same thing. So,
Well, I think perhaps we're looking at these like fairly literally. Like my one with Annihilation, I thought you could just do it basically. You just play through the game, but or play through the movie in a game. But I think usually you can kind of use a world and do it in a different way. Like I think you're right with the Game of Thrones one. I think like a really cool twist on that would be actually there's multiple different ways of siding people against each other, making people, picking a side and then going against them. And actually, maybe you're just someone who's also trying to climb up through a bit of non canon lore for whatever reason you want to get to the top. And maybe it's done that way, or maybe you could just be like the worst guy ever or a really good guy. Bit of that honor thing. And then same for Altered Carbon being similar to Cyberpunk. It kind of is, but only if it's played that way. There's so many cool like things in that TV show that could be adapted into like different mechanics and things.
I'll tell you what could be quite fun: Peaky Blinders. That could be quite a good one.
Oh, Rog, I'll kill you,
Or
mate. I'll whip you. I'll hit you in
I
the
was
head
just
with my
thinking,
head.
like, if you think about something like Hogwarts did what I was trying to describe. Hogwarts Legacy or whatever it was
Hmm.
called. It did what I was trying to describe. So I was just thinking something like that. That would be quite cool to make some interesting ones. Breaking Bad, why not? Eh? I know it's basically
Yeah, yeah,
GTA,
no,
but
I'm on board with Breaking Bad. That actually came into my head as well. Whipping around in an
mm,
RV, going from A to B. But again, it could just be you don't necessarily have to be Walter White. You're just trying to create your empire against
yeah,
competing people. I like it. I think
it is a little bit GTA esque, but
yeah, massively, massive. But I think this is the thing. There's lots of room for these games. Like the Star Wars one. I haven't played the most recent Star Wars, but there's always room for like different versions of Star Wars. I know that like pod racing is coming out. I know that what was the new Star Wars one that came out recently?
Fallen
Oh,
Jedi.
nope. It was a different one, even more recent. So that one was good. Fallen Jedi was good. That was a good game. I played that one. Um,
Yeah,
and Cal's a good character, and I think that version of the game was good. Then Outlaws, Star Wars Outlaws. I think the most recent one was, which was kind of more
yes.
like traditional Uncharted vibe game. Again, I know that it started off rough, but came through good. But I kind of just think that there's certain mechanics and features of chosen films which could be implemented well, particularly
Mm.
screaming lady bears, because I can't think of anything worse than walking around and I'm like, I can hear someone screaming, oh, I've got to go help. Boom, I'm eaten by a bear. Terrible day at the office.
There's
But
so much lore in something like the Jedi, the Star Wars stuff. I didn't even realize until the other day when I was on like TikTok or Instagram or something that there's like 4 levels to a Sith. There's like
right,
4 different kinds of Sith Lord. I can't remember. I would absolutely butcher regurgitating it, and I'll see if I can regurgitate it next time. But there's so much that isn't portrayed in the movies, from what I remember, about how the universe is set up, and even something like that, I think again I might be butchering this, but in the
Fine.
lightsaber, right, the little crystal, they've got a little crystal in the lightsaber that only goes red once you've well, obviously it's once you go over to the dark side or something. Because me being a stupid, naive, lightsabers look cool, woo, right? I didn't think about all this, and I thought they were just given a red lightsaber. It's like, well, I'll take a green one.
100%. That's what you'd think. Yeah.
I'm just going to give you a red one. Now your allegiance lies with the dark side.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's something to do with the connection and the chemicals that they've got in their blood, the something porins or whatever it is, right?
Whoa.
That turns the crystal inside of their lightsabers red.
So you like, yeah, see, that's such a cool function. Imagine that. Imagine you play a game and you're a Sith Lord. You start off with this like pale, limp-looking lightsaber, and then you just have to do like the most heinous things possible to get it more and more red. And then by the end, you're Darth Maul. You haven't just got one red lightsaber; you got a double-ended red lightsaber. He's a bad dude,
Yeah.
man.
And again, I could be hallucinating, and it could be a fever dream, but I swear I was looking at that online, because I think it's like now that they've started to do all their other little series on Disney Plus, that they're touching on all these different little aspects, and there's Oshaka or whatever it is, and I think that's from that series, and I just never knew. I was like, whoa, there's so much more to Star Wars than I would have thought.
Yeah, see, I kind of ran out of juice on Star Wars. I haven't watched any of the most recent ones. But I mean, even like Star Wars Battlefront, incredible. We've played that not that long ago. They're really good as well. So there's loads of scope for even like Lord of the Rings hasn't been done really well in a long time. There's Lord of the Rings Online. There's the original PS2 Lord of the Rings. There's what's the Shadow of Mordor, like spin-off type thing, which is very good and has again one of the coolest I can't keep forgetting the word, features, let's call it features of the ranking of the orcs and that stuff, which is really cool, which they copyrighted and made it so that no one else could use, which is great. But yeah, I think
I've got the Lord of the Rings books right behind me up there.
Yeah, so let's go back. Let's start from The Hobbit. Let's go again. Let's recreate all those games. Start from day one. In fact, scrap that. Let's go before the time of, all of the modern lot, and let's go back. Let's see what happened at the forming of the world, and get all those early scraps in. Let me play a music game as Tom Bombadil. Come on, there's unlimited options. All right, but we'll be here for hours if we talk about Lord of the Rings. So let's get off it quickly. And you got a question?
I believe I am sensing determination to this episode.
Yes.
And I have one thing that I want either the listeners, well,
no, do it. We got time. Let's go.
No, because you're gonna need time for this, right?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'll do my best, and then I'll take time.
Because it kind of touches on a little bit of what we're talking about, and it's what it is if I was to give you $500 million,
oh my god,
what game would you build? What would you build? What is the story? What is the narrative? What is
that's okay. Okay. Yeah, let's save that for the next poddy. We'll both come back with our 500 million pound game. Is it? I mean, how much did GTA 6 cost to produce? How much was GTA 6 to make? Let's have a look. Quickly have a look at this. But yeah, let's come back next time. Whoa! GTA 6 is widely reported to be the most expensive video game ever developed, with rumored unverified budgets ranging from 1 to 2 billion pounds.
Let's be honest, if anyone could do it, it's Rockstar.
Yeah, so basically, next week when we come back, the goal will be a 500... Should we just push this to unlimited budget?
I mean, $500 million is basically unlimited
Basically unlimited,
budget,
isn't
right?
it?
Because we don't know how much it costs to do
That's true.
QC at
That's
the
true.
end of
I'm
the
not
day. We are kind
marketing.
of naive to it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you, well, where's that last $50 million going, mate? Eh?
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
you going to
Yeah.
Barbados on a
Okay.
private yacht? No, put it in your
Oh
game.
man.
Stop spending all of my money
Yeah.
and give me a good game.
Yeah. Okay. So let's come back next time with our £500 million games. We'll both pitch them, and then people can decide which one they want us to make. All right.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks. It's been a pleasure and an honor. We'll be back with our £500 million game next week. Thanks for listening in as usual. Got any questions or any ideas, or quite frankly, feel disgusted about COD Mobile coming out on top? Leave a comment. And and make sure to review this as well. And we'll be back next time.